Hey, people, what's up? I'm back. Alright, so we've worked on these proportional relationships, you know, how these things relate to each other, getting a little unit rate action, finding the COP, and I've had some questions about some stuff. So today, I figured I'd go over the assignment yesterday a little bit, talk about some stuff, and then see if I can't help you out a little bit, okay? So I got one of my favorites here playing in the background, and I'll play a little bit more of it for you in a minute. Maybe you can figure that out and get you a little extra credit, alright? Okay, here we go. So, this of course is about proportional relationships and tables. Remember, like we talked about grandma, okay, lots of different names for grandma. These all mean the same thing, okay? So, unit rate, slope, and COP, which of course stands for constant of proportionality. I'm not going to make you write all of that. All refer to the same thing. Okay, that same thing is the relationship between the X and the Y. Okay.
Between the X and Y values.
Okay. And we also talked about the fact that when you write the equation for these, okay, I had a lot of people put these in wrong. You have to put it in y equals mx form. The y should be lowercase. The y should come first. When you type it in, don't type it in with any spaces in there. Just type it in just like this. If you're going to write y equals 9x, then you type it in just like that. Y equals 9x. Do not put a space before the equal sign or after the equal sign. Just type it in just like that. Y equals 9x, and put the y first. Lowercase. The x is also lowercase. Do you people hear me? Lowercase. Y and lowercase x. No spaces. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's go through some of the stuff on yesterday's assignment. I've already got a lot of these answers written in here, but then when we get to the other page, we'll talk about it a little bit more. All right, so in number 1, you should have had a yes. COP was 9, and you should have had y equals 9x. Number 2 was definitely a no, okay, because that had a relationship of 14. That one's 15, and that one's 16. So since they're all different, that is not proportional. 3, you should have had a yes, because the COP is 24. So the COP is 24. Your equation is y equals 24x. I had some people ask about number 4. Okay, so when you do number 4, you just write in the numbers across here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever numbers you want to write. Since it told you y equals 6x, you just multiply each one of those by 6. So 1 times 6 is 6, 2 times 6 is 12, 3 times 6 is 18, 4 times 6 is 24, 5 times 6 is 30. So for $30, you get 5 tickets, which is that one, okay, and $24 for 4 tickets, which is that one. Hopefully you got those right. Then when you get down to 5 and 6, okay, you can see here that the COP is 8. 1 times 8 is 8, 2 times 8 is 16, 3 times 8 is 24, 6 times 8 is 48. So hopefully you got why the COP is 8 and y equals 8x. All right, down here, 18 is your COP. 4 times 18 is 72, 7 times 18, you know, or you can divide it like we talked about, dividing them to get 18, and your equation you should write would be y equals 18x. Lowercase y, lowercase x, no spaces. Alright, then we'll come back here to the back. Alright, so which one of these tables is a proportional relationship? Okay, so hopefully you would see that 23 divided by 2, which that would be, you know, 11 point something, and then 33 divided by 3 is 11, and 43 divided by 4 is going to be 10 point something. You would definitely say that that one is a no, because each one of those is different. They're not the same relationship between the X, which would be the carats, pounds, and the Y for the number of carats. All right, in table 2 for deli meat, 23 divided by 2, all right, is 11.5, and 46 divided by 4 is 11.5, and then 3450 divided by 3 will be 11.5. So basically what that means is, as 1150 is the unit rate, okay? So 1 pound equals $11.50. So 1 pound of deli meat, okay, it was going to be $11.50. So are all those the same? That would be a yes. If you were going to write an equation for that, okay, that would be y equals 11.5, or you could have put 1150 on there if you wanted to put the 0 on it, x, lowercase y, lowercase x. Alright, then we come down here to the one about the milks and the servings, okay? 32 divided by 2 is 16. 64 divided by 4 is 16. 128 divided by 8, also 16. So you can see the COP, or the unit rate, is 16. Okay, so what is the equation you're going to write for this? Well, that would be y equals 16x. Alright, there are 4 quarts in a gallon and 4 cups in a quart. So how many cups are in one serving? So we know that there are 16 servings in one. So if I came over here, I'd put 1 gallon is 16 servings. So there are 4 quarts in a gallon, 4 cups in a quart. So how many cups are in one serving? Well, that would mean you'd have to do 16 times 16. Because 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 16 is 256. There are 8 ounces in a cup. So how many fluid ounces would be in one serving? Well, we just found right there that that would be 256 cups. So if you know there are 8 ounces in a cup, then you got to do 256 times 8. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 4 is 44. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 4, so that would be 2,048 ounces. Okay? This stuff, of course, called showing your work. What is the meaning of the constant of the proportionality here? So if I do 48 divided by 2, or 72 divided by 3, or 120 divided by 5, they're all going to give me 24. 24. 24. So what does that mean? That means that it's going to take 24 hours to build a rocking chair. 24 hours to build one rocking chair. That is the unit rate, okay? That is the COP. 24 is the COP. Our equation would be y equals 24x. Alright? So it takes to build one rocking chair, so you'd have your 1 here. It takes 24 hours. One rocking chair takes 24 hours to build. Alright, a method for determining whether a table represents a proportional relationship. How are we figuring that out? What are we doing here? How do we get to 24? Or how do we get to 16? We're dividing. We're taking the y number and dividing it by the x number. Take the y value and divide it by the x value to get the COP. Take the y value and divide it by the x value. So y divided by x gives you hopefully the COP if it's got one. Alright, number 11. I'm going to go ahead and hit that. 2/3 cup of flour to make 2 servings. How many cups of flour are there per serving? So cups per serving, right? So we got cups per serving. So you would want to do 2/3 divided by 2. And of course that would have to be a little keep change flip. So that would be 2/3. And of course that's a whole number, so let's go over 1. If you keep that, change that to multiply, flip that over. Okay, so you could cross reduce those of course if you wanted to, do a 1 and a 1. So that would be 1/3. So you got 1/3 cup, right? So one serving would be 1/3. The other serving would be 1/3. 1/3 plus 1/3 would give you 2/3. So there's one with 1/3. That one don't have it. That one don't have it. That one don't have it. You don't even have to go any further than that, because that already tells you it's 1/3. Okay. Danya ran a 3K race at a constant speed in 21 minutes and 30 seconds. At this speed, how long does it take her to run 1K? So that would be 21 minutes and 30 seconds. So I'm going to divide that by 3, right? 21 minutes, 30 seconds. Okay, so if I do 21 divided by 3 and 30 seconds divided by 3, how many times does 3 go into 21? That would be 7. How many times 3 go into 30? That would be 10. So that would be 7 minutes and 10 seconds to run 1K. Alright, so there's all the homework answers. Hopefully that helped you out some. Today, you're going to be doing the next page, so this doesn't really have anything for you to do on it so much. But you're going to be coming back here, and you're going to be doing this page, which is page 42, right here, page 42. Back here, there are 11 questions, okay? So you're going to be finding out some proportional relationships, writing down some equations, that kind of stuff, okay? So make sure you're doing that same division type stuff as you were doing, okay? Divide the y by the x. Divide the y by the x. Down here, if it's not in a table and you want to put it in a table, you can make a table for it and that'll be fine. Okay? So, divide. For unit rate, you got to divide. Alright, so the riddle for today is, since we're talking about dividing so much, how can you divide 4 apples among 5 people equally? How can you divide 4 apples among 5 people equally? You can send me that, email me that answer. You can also email me the name of this song and the artist that's doing it and get you some more extra credit. Okay? So, good luck with that, people. How can you divide up 4 apples among 5 people equally? And give me the artist and name of this here song. Alright, if you got questions, let me know. Remember, keep everything lowercase, lowercase y, lowercase x, no spaces. Until next time, sayonara, till tomorrow.